Hello, happy Friday. Hello. I'm just updating InZOI, so we're letting that go for a second, then I'm gonna launch the game. But how's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hi Ivy. Hello, nice to see you. How's your Friday been? Oh my god, I'm in the thick of move stuff. You can see my office is already starting to vacate. Usually I put my screen up. I was like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of, I get in this like headspace when we're about to move, when I know my whole routine and everything's just going to get switched up. And I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? You're going to see me with a new background in like a week or two. We're actually literally, Krish is on the phone right now, just coordinating the internet stuff. And I am crossing my fingers that it goes smoothly because internet always freaks me out. Also, let me know if my audio is good and everything because I'm lagging a little bit on my end. Guess what? I did a big girl purchase. Oh my god, what'd you get? What'd you get? One sec. Skip. Okay, we're launching. Okay, I think we're almost in. Finally got me a custom PC build. Wait, really? Oh my god, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. It's so nice having your own PC too. Did you have one before? What were you using before? I'm so lucky that Krish builds PCs because I would have no idea what the heck I would be doing. I just picked it up from the Micro Center. Nice. So are you setting it up today then? Is that your Friday is getting all of that going? Nothing is more satisfying than getting new technology that just works so much faster, so much smoother. I will say though, I'm a little bit like the initial like setup, getting everything like organized, downloading everything, installing everything that you want. I'm like a little over that part, but I feel like I've just done that so many times in the last 2 years. I'm like kind of tired between like my personal computer, my work computer and stuff. Yeah, I had one before, but it was cyber powered. It sucked. It's already done. I'm watching you on it. Oh my god, nice. Last time I set up my PC myself, I got a nosebleed. Oh my god. Oh, you got so stressed out. See, that's the thing. My brain doesn't work that way either. Hi, Foxy's. Happy Friday. Nice to see you. We are launched. Okay, I'm gonna preface. I have to do a short stream today. We're in the middle of moving right now. I think hold on, what day of the month is it? It's the 12th. I think we're trying to get everything like almost entirely into our new house by like the weekend of the 26th, 27th, like before the end of the month. And I'm kind of like huffing a little bit because we needed to borrow a truck from a family member and I was hoping they would do it tomorrow. And then they texted me today and they were like, can we actually do it today? And I was like, damn it. Now I have to be a shorter stream. I'll listen rather than place. I'd rather pay someone in case it breaks and they buy. That's so fair too. Like I said, I'm really lucky. I have like in-house tech support. Krish is like, he's built the last like 3 computers that we've used in our household. So I don't know if he's in the chat right now though. I know that him being on standby tech support is not his favorite thing. But are you ready to move? I am actually so excited. I'm so excited. If you don't know my history, my backstory before we lived in this house, my like move history is fucked. Well, okay, first off, let me preface by saying, fun fact about me, I have moved, aside from when Krish and I bought our house and we lived in it for 4 years, which was like from 2021 to 2025, like earlier this year, I have moved 1 to 2 times a year since 2012. and I'm so freaking over it. To be honest, I'm very tired of it, but moving is like, at this point, I'm kind of like, not my first rodeo. Stream is still a stream. Consistency is key. Thank you. Oh my god, that's a lot. I know. Like, I've had terrible luck with roommates, with landlords, I know that makes it sound like I'm the problem. I think, okay, I'm gonna blame it. Let's get a little esoteric zodiac girly for a second. I'm a Sagittarius moon, which is all about your emotions, and Sagittarius is incredibly like antsy. It's an erratic star sign, and I get so bored being in the same place. I get really bored with having the same routine, and so I'm an Aries. Is that your sun sign, or do you know your big three? Because there's like your sun, your moon, and your rising impact different things. Like your sun sign is like outwardly how you are, like, I think it's your ego. It's like how you like are generally. But I know that your moon is your emotions, and then your rising sign is like people's first impression of you before they get to know you. Oh no, I don't know any of that. I just know that I'm an Aries. It's like you need your birth time. That's why there's all the memes with the astrology girlies with guys being like, texting them being like, what's your birth time? It's like my secret side hobby. I will just like listen to podcasts about like mundane astrology and stuff because it's really interesting. The rabbit hole goes so freaking deep. But I blame my Sagittarius moon on my like very kind of erratic personality. But where I'm going with this, oh yeah, where we're moving to. So I'm really excited because we are moving to a century home, and I've wanted to live in a century home. I've wanted to live in a century home for a while. It's also like in my city, it's like a block and a half from a really popular kind of local strip that has a lot of local shops and restaurants and things to do. And it's literally only half a block away. It's super walkable. There's a dog park for our dog less than 2 blocks away too. Like the location is just incredible. There's a river also like 3 blocks away. So in the summer you can go hang out at the river. So I don't know, in my head, I'm like, if we're not ready to go more rural yet, I want to be like in the thick of the urban, then just throw me in the urban. Give me in the middle of the city. I'm like, throw me in the city or throw me in the small town. I think I just like the like community vibe. That's so mine's not on my birth papers. It's crazy. Mine isn't either. Oh my gosh. So I actually paid to have my astrology chart read not too long ago. I was at one of those like quarter life crises. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I need some answers. So anyways, because I was paying for this service, I was like, oh, I should make sure that I actually have my accurate birth time. Cause like I have what my mom kind of told me, but I was like, Mom, I need like the actual, like I need it in writing. Can I see my birth chart? And she was the one that told me it's not on birth papers. So it wasn't on my birth chart either, or my birth certificate. That's the word. It wasn't on my birth certificate either. It was on, it ended up being in like my parents paid, you know how like you can get obituaries in the newspaper? Someone in my family paid in the newspaper. There was like a section for like babies being born too. And that's actually where I found my birth time was in this like newspaper cutout from the newspaper so long ago. My kids are on theirs. I wonder, like, maybe it switched over. What years were your kids born? Are they like after the 2000s? Maybe it switched over at a certain time. I don't know. But okay, I'll get into InZOI while we're yapping today. We are still working on our historic 1750s barn renovation. I think we got really close. Oh, we finished the living room. So preface, if you hadn't been to the stream before, hello, we're happy to have you, by the way. My name's Angorabuilds. I'm an architectural technologist based out of Western Canada, and I model buildings in 3D for a living. I also stream about home design on Twitch and YouTube, so hello from both platforms. But a quick disclaimer for my YouTube friends, my chat bubbles here that are really cute, they are only linked to my Twitch. So if you want to chat and everybody to see it, it's easier if you go there. But I do see you on both platforms. And yeah, that's my spiel. But for InZOI, we are working on recreating this house. This is one of my favorite things. I love taking real houses from zillowgonewild or like just the internet or in general, and then putting them in built games and then renovating them. It's like a really fun thing I love to do. And so we did this house in InZOI. in March, like right when game launched. We picked a really easy one on purpose, just because that the build mode was like brand new. We didn't know how much we could do with it. We didn't know how intricate it was. I think now we have a better idea, and I think the build mode's got better. So it's a very simple house, but it's very like English farmhouse almost, like with the stone and everything. So the interior, I mean, y'all in the chat have probably seen this a lot, but my kids were born in 2016 and 2019. Yeah, it must be like a more modern thing. I wonder if my mom knows mine. I hope she still knows. I'm the only kid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my mom actually was a little bit off, I think, if I recall, which like fair. You go through childbirth and you're probably like not exactly paying attention to the clock. You have other priorities in that moment. I'm in the 2000s, but mine also isn't on it either. I think it's a newer thing, maybe early 2000s. I don't know when they would have switched that over, or maybe if it's regional, perhaps. But the other place that it ended up being, so I found it originally from that newspaper article, but then I did see in a, what was it on? It was like a congratulations card or something that my parents got when I was born from the hospital that said my time. So it wasn't like an official, it wasn't officially on my birth certificate, but in my baby book, there was also a hospital card that had my birth time on it. So though they do like foot stamps now or two. Yeah, it was like, I've seen that as well, the foot stamp thing. I think they do that when you're born too, right? It wasn't in the same document. The one with the time on it wasn't that, but yeah, they do that. I think it's a cute idea. But yeah, it had this like very mid interior, which we have since renovated. So let's jump over to InZOI and then we can just yap and hang. Yap and hang. That's what we're here for. Why is there two of them though? I just realized there was two. Cross our fingers that we didn't lose, because they asked for the city update thing last stream and I had to say no. Hold on. Because this looks, they didn't ask it this time. But this looks right, because we did this living room last time. So we're working our way slowly. Our kitchen and dining room's done. We have a little butler pantry here. The front entry is done. And then we did the living room last time. Yeah, they do that. I really want updates to the character creation in this game. Hi, Nano. How's it going? What is it about the character creation that you want to see? I'm so happy for my new PC. The graphics look so insane now. Does everything work? Like, did you struggle with InZOI before, or are you able to play the game? But I need to do the character creation again since the big update. I had my Zois that I made back like in the summer. And then, to be honest, because I'm more of a builder, I haven't really done the character creation so much. They need to give us more men's clothes. Oh, and I think I remember men's hair also, unless they've added more. But see, and I kind of mostly make women. Yeah, my game was so dark. Oh no, so is it better? Yeah, this is kind of what we did last time. Little farmhouse, formal living room type thing. And then I think, yeah, today I want to just try and get through. I think we're going to do pretty much this whole backside. And this whole back thing is an extension. I accidentally made the wall stone and then we remembered that it was an extension. So Smart Zoe made my game glitchy. Is that like the kind of AI interactive one where you can kind of, because that came with the new update, right? And it's a little bit like AI to help make the interactions among Zois a little bit more tailored but natural. Mostly just body stuff, increase weights, being able to make a character tall or short mostly. That would be so nice. Because yeah, you can't adjust height at all. And same with, yeah, you can't do like obese Zois or anything, can you yet? But I feel like I remember that was coming. Yeah, I got the second best graphics card because I love InZOI so much I had to upgrade. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, it's such a great feeling. Yeah, you can read their inner thoughts. Wait, cool. Okay, you missed it. Last stream, I accidentally deleted my my personal like save file with my Zois that I'm actually like playing with. I accidentally deleted it because it had made so many backups. It was on like backup I don't know, like 5 or 6, and I was like, why is there 6 of them? And then I deleted all of them thinking that there was like an original. Hey Simple Sim, how's it going? It's cool to see you back streaming. Yes, I'm back. Hope you're doing well. I am moving, but I'm doing well. So yeah, I wave the white flag. I concede I can only stream once a week until we're done moving, but I'm happy to be back. I missed it a lot. I love streaming. So you can have muscles, but I feel like they could also be improved. So fair. Do they... Wait, so here's a game mechanic. Do they actually, like, can they build muscle if they work out? Like, because I know The Sims does that, where you can change their body types by how active they are, and they can gain weight if they're more sedentary. Also, I watched your last stream. Oh, okay, so you'd be all caught up then. Oh, thanks for watching the VOD. Unless you were there and you were lurking. Either way, thank you. They need to update that. It should only be on backup every time it saves by itself. Well, yeah, so that's because usually, and I think usually when backups save, it'll be like backup 1, backup 2, backup 3. And I think the number 1 was the original one, but I deleted that too without thinking. And now I'm like, oh, shit. But I didn't really get very far. I think I made it to like 2 days in my apartment and then moved everything to the island because I wanted to do like Zois go off-grid in a tiny house, homesteading, and do more of the farming and stuff. So I think I had just finished building that tiny house and then accidentally deleted it. I believe your Zoe can lose weight if you don't eat. I remember seeing a toggle to turn it off, so maybe it applies to muscles. Wait, that'd be kind of cool. Ooh, I wonder how that's going to impact their health. Like, if you have just like a really unhealthy, sedentary Zoe, can you get sick? Because they're introducing... Like, your Zois can get sick, can't they? Or they will be able to. I don't know if that's being introduced quite yet, but... Oh no, I've been playing at Euro Truck Sim 2, so it wasn't your last stream. Oh, that's all good. All good, all good. Okay. I'm trying to decide which order I want to do this. If I want to start in one of these adjacent rooms and then do the mudroom last. But I think we were kind of on a roll, and I think doing the mudroom... I mean, it's already partially started. And like, I kind of remember, so it was like mud laundry is kind of the combo I wanted to do. The other vision that I would love is to have a, what's the word? Hi, Kirsten. How's it going? Nice to see you. Have you ever seen in rural houses, like a what's the word? Like gardening table for like planting or potting table. I think it's for like potting seedlings so that when you take them outside, they can be planted in the garden. Let's lock in this time for real. Okay, true. True. Not me yapping all day again. I watched like half of your other stream. Thank you. Thank you. And I do put all of these on YouTube. The one thing I love about them is being able to automatically put things into playlists. Maybe we'll start with the laundry and where that goes first. Also, there's... Okay, in the original house, they had this weird little build out, but like, can I just... I mean, I guess maybe instead of getting rid of it, if it were me and I was renovating this and I had a little build out like this, I would almost want to just make it like a little bit bigger so that it was flush with all the millwork so that it didn't like make a weird dust gap. So... Do you have Discord? Not yet. Not yet. I have made the choice. I have. I would like to start one. Once I move, that's my goal, is to get one set up. I'd really like to do a Discord for building, like for builders. I think it would be fun to have a space where we could show off our builds and have different build challenges and stuff. And not even just for InZOI. I'm thinking about doing it with other games in mind as well too. Hold on, can you... Here, I want this, but I want to add it to this wall. Is it as easy? Because, they don't have the eyedropper tool yet, right? Okay, good goal. Yeah, that's my that's my post-move project. Just get the Discord set up. Here, I think I just have to add the swatch here. See, this is the one thing that'll be really nice is if you could save finish combinations into your own swatch. Because I think like you almost have to, no, there's not really an easy way to do this. You almost have to like toggle out of one and then go back, and then it does this wall. I guess that's the easiest way to do it. It's also gonna bother me. I think there's this little like red wall from from where the bathroom was before. Is this count as a room? Oh my god, the tiniest room. Let's just make it like not bright red because it's gonna drive me bananas. I'll just like, I don't know, we'll make it a white box, white void. We don't talk about the void. I think they have ones you can get online and then you can add the bots in that you want. Wait, are you talking about for Discord? Like getting it like pre-set up almost? Like templates or something? If you don't want to fully set it up? Wait, I'll look into that. That's interesting. No, like I use Discord for hanging with friends mostly, but I don't actually utilize Discord to its full potential with like the community space aspect of it. I've recently just started joining more public Discords just to see what they got going on. Because like I am in the InZOI one, I'm in the Twitch Makers Club, like I'm in a couple, but I just like some of them are almost so large that it's not really a great reference, because when you have thousands of people to manage, it's not really like a good indicator of how it'll actually manifest or behave. Do you only need a washing machine, by the way, for InZOI laundry? This is one of those things where I do acknowledge that I need to play the game more so that I know from a game mechanics angle what's actually worth putting in, or what you need to put in, how they behave, how much clearance you want around things. Because even like, yeah, the vacuum cleaners and stuff, are they really... Because like there's the cordless vacuum, but then there's also the mop and the broom. Like, do they need all three? Or can you just get away with cleaning with only a vacuum, for example? So if I had a laundry though like this, a dedicated laundry space, I'd want some kind of built-in millwork around it probably. So I wonder if I could kind of finagle kitchen counters and just almost like, I like the, wait, what did we do for a counter and stuff in here? Oh, we did dark wood. Okay, back. Like, can we almost like overlay? Oh, see, it's not taller though. I almost want to have a countertop go on top. Don't they mainly hang dry their clothes? Maybe that's why. Wait, do they really? Or are you talking about in Korea? Like a cultural question. I mean, I guess you could do this. It's still not as nice as if it's one of those sleek kind of, but whatever. It's fine. And this is kind of a tricky way to do it, because I think I want the bench, like a bench with like full height storage here. How do we want to do this? I feel like I need to see photos of mudrooms. Hold on. Let's go. Back to Pinterest, as we do. Farmhouse mudroom. Let's get ideas. So yeah, like I'm thinking like this is exactly what I have in mind for that one straight wall. Literally this. Literally this. Oh, even like, oh my god. So cute. But I wonder if we can find one that has laundry in it too. Oh yeah, all right, wow. I mean, okay, wait. A lot of these are galley style. I do like catching up if the stream has ended. A mop and brushes depending on the floor. Oh, okay, shit. So like if you have different floor types. Wait, does that mean the game recognizes different floor types? That's actually really smart. That's really smart. How does it know? Like, this is getting warmer. I want kind of this direction. A sink is probably a good idea then to put in here, hey? Like, I guess these guys are so tall they don't go across. Or like this with shelves. I've wondered in real life how hard it is to do this because we have a washer and dryer kind of situation with no counter space or anything in this new place that we're moving into. And I'm like, we could just put a counter on top of it. See, or yeah, this is kind of like a weird L shape with the standing sink. Or yeah, okay, I want L shapes like this because I'm like, we do have a bit of a weird shaped room. I don't really know what to do. I don't know if the game recognizes, but you don't really mop a carpet. That's more for hardwood. I guess if you have a big area rug in the room, then the Zoys would probably know to like move around that part. My dryer would bang against the counter. Oh no, do you have one of those like crazy shaking ones when it like spins on like the what's the word? Like the crazy high spin cycle. I do really like it, so it's so cool. Agreed. It's a pretty like it's a pretty game. A pretty game. Oh man, I almost kind of wish we had galley style here, but we'll wing it. We'll wing it. And then wait, what colors did we do in the kitchen? Like we did a lot of cream. There is kind of the like farmhouse, almost cottagecore blend too, which maybe we could do in here where it's like kind of pastel-y. Like this blue actually isn't bad. This isn't a bad blue. I think this will forever be one of my qualms with the game though, is just like it's so much easier I feel with Sims to can I like overlap this and just make it look like a it's just so much easier to get kitchen cabinets to size right in Sims. Oh, the realness of it and watching you explore playing building real houses and stuff is cool. Thank you. My Zoe has a weird obsession with the washing machine. She always did it multiple times a day and it also brought her pleasure. Wait, really? Is she one of those Zoes that really likes cleaning? Is it clean Zoe? How's this gonna impact the sink? Like, is it gonna clip? I think it's gonna clip. I don't think I can do this. Hold on. We go this way? Like, can we... That's not that noticeable, right? I think my request for them in future would be to have like half cupboards. You know what I mean? Because right now I think every cabinet's kind of the same width, but they don't really like. They don't like their grid system is not as cut and dry as Sims, so it makes it really tricky to make like custom fit in kitchens or cabinets and stuff. Are you trying Pair Lives in December? I can't wait for that. So I have a realistic one and a cartoon build mode. Agreed. Yes, I want to do Pair Lives in December so bad. I'm a little like I'm preemptively stressed about it because like I work in architecture, I'm in the industry, and right before Christmas it gets really crazy for us because all of the clients want to push out their projects before the end of the year. And I think it has something to do with just the banking cycle and how finances work and stuff. But they all want to have, like, there's just always a bunch of deadlines. But remind me which day in December Pair of Lives comes out, because I think it's like December 4th or something, like it's a little bit earlier in the month. I wish it was just a little bit later. Hold on. What bench did we do at the, because I might maybe use the same one. Well, no, it's really rustic. A lot of these mudroom benches in these clean builds are almost like built-ins. Like I'm almost wondering if you could do something like the same color and then put cushions on top, if it would look a little bit better. 8th of December for Pair of Lives. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's on the 8th? Okay. That's exciting. I'm so excited for it. I'm bracing myself preemptively for the actual gameplay to almost be more lacking than InZOI, admittedly, to be honest. Just because it's a much smaller studio and they haven't, but I think it's been in development a lot longer. I watched a video on it. I think Pair of Lives has been in development for like 6 years or 8 years or something. I think it's 6 years. So hopefully they've had the opportunity to add way more stuff. Can I like... See, I wish you could eyedrop and just get the hex color of something. Because I want to know what these are. But for Pair of Lives, I'm bracing for kind of a mid gameplay, but I think it'll have, I'm hoping the build mode and the character creation is really good. You can go gridless and there'll be modding too included when it goes into early access. There's tons in Pair of Lives. Okay, sick. I'm glad they'll be modding. I was a bit worried about that as well. I like the drag furniture thing they have. It looks so nice. Are you talking about the one where you can resize tables and sofas and stuff? Because that's crazy. Hey, Krish, how's it going? Taking a break from packing. I'm trying to decide if this would look better. Actually, I guess the easiest thing here probably would be to pick a blue and then do the swatch from this bench and then put that on the cabinets, probably. That's probably the way to do this. I want it to look... I kind of like the blue though, so let's try this. Is that too bright? Modding is defo coming. That's cool that you can also resize stuff and parallelize. That's what I'm really excited about. That is so nice. And it looks like, I think you can do hex coloring, right? Like there'll be sliders for, or like you can, I haven't seen anything about custom textures yet, but it looks like you can make things any color that you want. You can even make bunk beds too. Wait, cool. And stretch. Yes, I'm so excited. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome to have another. Okay, is this a little too blue? It's a little too blue. Can we tone it down just a little bit? Okay, this one. I'm gonna just tone it down. I'm just toning it down a little bit. There's a lot you can do in Pair of Lives. Have you watched some gameplay Simple Sim? Like, are creators getting early access to it to do some gameplay review yet? Because that's another thing I've seen the trailers, but that's kind of the extent of what I feel like I've seen. Okay, I really like this, by the way. I wish that it had coats and like, I wish that you could put things on these hangers. So I think this is giving the farmhouse vibe that we're going for. And can we make it the same color? But like, hold on. I need to do the arrow trick. I find it easier for trying to like line things up nicer to do it this way. Here. Oh, can I not go this close to the wall? What's it conflicting with? I'm so glad that the Alt key works on arrows now, because I think that was one of the things that was broken early on, right? I saw gameplay. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Oh, so there is video with gameplay already. I feel like, yeah, because December's not that far. So like, I should watch that after stream today. Even like immediately, because I'm so curious. Here, we'll start here. I really like when they have kind of the... Maybe we could use some trims for this and stuff. I really like the ones that have it almost as like a unit. How do I describe this? Or like with the accent walls behind it. Where was a good example? It was literally the first one that came up and I was like, yes, this. See, like this. How it's all like one big and then the back wall matches. So I almost wonder if we have to kind of fake a full height wall system thing. Not with gameplays just yet. No. Oh, shoot. It says there's no indication of a pre-release beta program for content creators, but I know they did have some showcases of the build and game mode. Have they showcased the character creation yet too? Because again, I've seen what we've seen in the trailer, but I'm really fascinated about the character creation because the animation and the graphics is so unique. It's like this, it's a really cool, almost like 2D effect, right? For faces and stuff. So like if we can kind of fake this by doing something with even like just the wall finish behind here, we might have to play around with and maybe do a different kind of wood. Or even like a wallpaper could be cute, but I think we have to somehow, and I don't want to do hooks above here, but we have to somehow build this right up. So like maybe it's more shelves. See, but what I don't know is why it's struggling with going too close to the corners like this. They've shown little bits of it, small bits. Oh, I'm so curious. I'm so excited. The other thing I'd like to check before we get too far, otherwise I might start using more like this kind of stuff to conceal, is just what can anything go on top of these? Let's look for clutter stuff. The boxes are probably too big. But like, hold on. I want storage things, please. Where's a good spot to find the clutter? Under props, right? Here we go. Like these. Oh, actually, wait. Nice. Okay, wait. So these work. These work. These work. Okay, so I think we can get away with any shelves we want. Do some of these baskets work? Oh no, they're kind of... These ones are bigger. I'm so happy about all the new stuff. Yeah, the other thing that I'm kind of crossing my fingers for too is like, I really, really love InZOI for how custom you can get with everything. But in a lot of ways, I feel like there is a tediousness around how much you have to do to kind of get to the level of customization that you want. And I'm kind of hoping that Parallel Lives might be just a little bit quicker even than InZOI. Kind of in the way that Sims is. Because I feel like Sims is pretty fast to build in comparatively. InZOI is very finicky. You're tweaking lots. See, because yeah, I'm wondering, oh, I wish we could hang stuff so bad. Okay, so I'm thinking if we change all of these to be the color that matches and then just like completely... Here, I want this to be almost like one system. And then I almost want to, I don't know if it's worth it. I almost want to find something like a side gable somehow. We'll see. I think you'll be enjoying Paralyzed. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And like I said, I'm excited to have another game in the arsenal. My vision for like where I'd like to go eventually, because I love to create real houses in build games and renovate them. Bonus points if they're really weird and unusual. I think that's so fun. I want to eventually get to a point where we just have a bunch of build games on a spinner. Like InZOI, Minecraft, Sims 4, Paralyzed. It would be cool to just have like a roulette and then just be like, what are we gonna try and build in? And then see what happens. Hi Crane, how's it going? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. The other one I got an ad for, and I had a moment where I was like, wait, this could be interesting, but I don't know, is I got an ad for the new Fallout game that apparently is really bad. But apparently the base building or the build mode of it is like pretty good. So now I'm getting ads on my feeds that are like, build your dream house in Fallout. And I'm like, wait, really? Like, what's the build mode? So I don't know. I think Krish saw some gameplay of it. I don't know if anybody else has, but apparently the actual game itself is like not good. So it's gonna be interesting to see what you can build. Oh yeah, and the one thing that I'm learning with doing the different build challenges and different build games and stuff is that some are definitely better than others for doing certain things. Like, because InZOI doesn't have a lot of architectural elements yet, when we're picking a real house to recreate, it's so much better to go for matching decor, because InZOI is so custom with that. Fallout 76, it must be that one. Krish, is that what it was? Because you literally said it was the new Krish, the new Fallout game, so it would be that one. But I don't know, is it false advertising? It literally was like, yeah, it's not new. Okay, it's not new then. Or are they just like trying a new marketing angle then? Because I just started getting ads for it literally this week. How do I do this and make this one of my biggest disappointments? Wait, so what's bad about the game? They updated the build mode? Oh, is that why they're advertising it? Literally everything. Oh no. I might try, let's see if I can just try and blend here. I think we're gonna have to fuss with some shelf overlap. So if I move this one over maybe, and then we just use this one to like bridge the gap maybe. I want it to kind of line up with the end here though. Hold on. This is gonna take some finessing. Can I send you a YouTube video link? Sure, yeah. Does it have like a breakdown of everything wrong with the game? We want this to be wood though. What's the closest wood? Maybe this one? Watch it when you get free time. Thank you. I'll take a peek. Why can't I copy? Please. I'm just gonna put it in my notes quick. I do want to watch it later. But yeah, I was wondering if it was false advertising though. Because again, the way that it was being angled from a marketing perspective for me as someone who does like building, I was kind of curious. But like I said, then I brought it up to Krish and then Krish was like, no, the game sucks. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. Gameplay, you just grind the same 5 events every day. The build isn't that great. All the cool stuff is locked behind a paywall. Okay, see, I feel like that tells me everything that I need to know. That's disappointing. It did say, I think in the advertisement that I got though, is that they had or were introducing kind of just like a sandbox mode almost. Ooh. I want to try, and I might regret this, but I want to, oh, actually maybe not. I just want this to, it's not quite the same color, but I want it to look a little bit closer. Actually, the answer to this truly might be to do this. Hold on. If we go here, oh, it is this wood. And then here. Oh, wait, wrong one. Wait. I think I have to make them the same swatch, like here. There we go. There we go. And then if we just throw a bunch of things on the shelves, hopefully you don't notice. Cross our fingers. I'll try. I do like these baskets actually, with the towels and stuff. And books. I'll just like, you know, just throw a million things up here. Just baskets the whole way. Ooh. Oh no, these ones don't fit. Damn it. The big ones would be nice. That's okay. See, my thing is I just don't like it when like you can tell that it's the same thing copied and pasted the whole way down. But I guess because it's at the top. Why does it not fit? They have a sizing issue. I think it has to do, well, it could be with how close together some of the things I have are. And my override is not working on this. Like, if we try it on a different shelf. No, see, it's not even working on these shelves. I don't know. Some items are kind of broken. It's how I feel about this. Wait, is it this? This incense set is so cute. I think it's adorable, but it's broken. So it doesn't lock to surfaces. It just like stays on the ground. I think it's broken. I don't think it's supposed to function like this. Did you make the whole house? I did. Yeah. We're renovating it slowly. We've already done the kitchen and the dining room. And the front entry. And the living room. We did do the exterior too, so I haven't done the yard yet, but the pre-renoed version didn't have all these windows and stuff. I don't even know. I think we might add more windows. This was just like the locations of the existing windows as they were. But wait, is this the same one you were doing months ago? Stop. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Guilty, you caught me. I took a 2-month streaming hiatus. This is my second stream back. I didn't stream all summer. So for those that don't know, in addition to streaming and kind of house built content and stuff, I do work in music festivals and I volunteer in the music festival space. And in Western Canada, where I am from, festival season is hard and fast between July and August. So I remember the stairs were in the middle. Oh yeah, so you were probably seeing the one that I like was making pre-renovation because it was based off of here. It was based off of this house from Zillow Gone Wild. Let me open the window. This one. It was based off of this one. And so we recreated this exactly on the interior. So yeah, the stairs were in the middle of the house. And they still kind of are, but we just changed the layout to make it better. Because like the layout of this house is just weird. The dining room is so massive. There's lots of like whatever the heck they were doing at the front with this wine rack. I think that's just dead space. How often would you actually do anything here? I don't even know what was here. There's so many questions. I have so many questions about this house. It's a really cool house, by the way. I think the potential is there. It's so cool. I have so many questions about the owners though, because like this is just subfloor. This is all just subfloor with carpet on it. They didn't even put proper floor finishes in. It's kind of weird. It's like nice in some places. Like the upstairs, I think is so nice. Hi, Ivy. Welcome back. The upstairs is so nice. Look at this vaulted ceiling. Incredible. But then there's other parts, like this is upstairs too. And then this is literally like a $5,000 rug on white painted plywood. And I'm like, what's going on here? What what are their priorities? Or like, it's very strange. Or like this room, it's like obviously a music practice room, but it's just, I don't know. It might have been something that they were trying to improve over time and then just never got around to finishing. I have no idea. But I loved the bones of it. I love this like style of stone house. So we were like, let's do a farmhouse. Let's make it better. I hate those kind of rugs, by the way. The Persian rugs. Like the really expensive Persian rugs. It looks so old, but people are obsessed with them. I'd say your build is better than the real house fix. Thank you. Such a lovely house. Thank you. Yeah, it's a time and place for Persian rugs for sure. Because you can full send into just... yeah, there's a fine line and a fine balance with making interiors look modern and fresh with old stuff. Like, I like the juxtaposition of old stuff and new stuff sometimes. I don't know. I might have to change the color of some of these so you notice it less. Is there other... Am I only limited to these wicker baskets though? Here, I'm gonna try a few other things. See, I wish that even... Hold on, there's some objects in here too. Small indoor. Oh, like folded t-shirts and stuff. I want to use some of these room dividers somewhere. But yeah, no, I find rugs are really hard. I find rugs really hard. You can either use them as a springboard and then do the rest of the room around them, or the other way, and you have to find a rug that matches your room. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget that you can just get a simple rug that doesn't have a pattern on it. The one that I wish we could have, there was a while there where we had a shag rug. Because a roommate of ours had it and let us put it in the living room. And it was like, the piles were like this long. But it was terrible with pets because we have 2 cats and a dog. So like never again, to be honest, because it was a bitch to vacuum. It was terrible, actually. So gross. And, but I loved the vibe of it so much. Like it just was so plush and nice. But holy heck was that thing a hair trap. But I guess to be fair, if it wasn't pet hair, it like over time, it could be other shit. So I don't know. I think I just gotta kind of put these baskets at like miscellaneous and just like do the whole way across, whatever. And we'll just change the patterns on them, I guess, so that they don't look too same. What was the other one? Oh yeah, these ones with the books in it. I don't know. Don't tell anyone. Because wait, hold on. Looking at this reference picture, like, see, yeah, it's just all baskets or like folded shit. It's all baskets and folded shit. These baskets are popular, actually. One sec. This one has it. Oh no, these are just decor things. Because yeah, they don't have like folded clothes as decor really yet, do they? I like watching this YouTuber react to the UK house market, and the UK police station on the house market is only €500. Wait, really? Are they selling it as like a commercial building, or is it for someone to like flip and turn into a house? Because that'd be crazy. One of my favorite things to watch is unconventional buildings being turned into houses. Like there's so many random YouTube channels that are like, oh, I bought this sandstone school and we turned it into a house, or like we bought this French estate castle and turned it into a house. I think oftentimes they run them as bed and breakfasts and stuff. I think that's usually what the families intend to turn those bigger ones to. But even things like old churches. There was one that was like, I think an old pool building, which that one was weird. I think the texture matters the most to me. Like, it can't be too thin. The vacuum doesn't lift it, but not too thick, and it doesn't vacuum. That's like, yeah, the in-between is like, that's why I have a qualm with, have you heard of Ruggable, I think is what the company's called, and they advertise that you can just like pull up the whole rug and throw it in the washing machine, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of like a cool concept and really nice, so you can just like get a deep clean on it. Fuck, I wish that these ones worked on top of here so bad, because they're so wide. But Krisha's mom has a couple, I think she got 2 rugs from Ruggable, and like, granted, they're just like, it's like a hallway runner and then a backdoor rug or something, so maybe it's different kinds, but seeing it in person, it's so thin. I don't think it's that cozy. Like, I wouldn't want to put it in my living room because it wouldn't give cozy living room vibes. It kind of gives like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird texture. It's like there's hardly even any piles or like fuzziness to them. It's very like, yeah. I think it's just commercial. That's still interesting though. You'd be surprised at how cheap some commercial stuff can go. Like there was because we look at real estate in the Rocky Mountains in Western Canada pretty regularly. And yeah, there was a commercial building for sale. Like it was their post office. Wait, was it their post office? But yeah, it was only like 200,000 Canadian or something like that. So it must depend on like where you're from. But the police is interesting because that's a public building, right? Maybe they're getting a new police station. Oh my god, the one project that I wish I got to see in fruition that never actually turned into anything. We did some test fits, it's called, for a old fire station. It was like a heritage fire station. It had arches. It was like brick and then archways where the fire trucks would park, like into the garages and stuff. And it was a test fit to turn it into a venue for an arts collective in our city. And I think they do like studio spaces and stuff. But that's one I think about it a lot. I'm like, that would have been such a cool space to make an art studio / like creative building. So I had like the fire pole and everything. I've seen restaurants or old fire stations turned into restaurants too. Oh my gosh, or when we were looking on Zillow for a house to build, I think wasn't there an old prison? It was a really small prison. It had like 2 stories and like was maybe only like 4,000 square feet or something. It was so tiny, but it had been converted into a house. That's one I don't think I'd want. Like, I'm already not sure about churches. I'm kind of like, a little bit on the side of caution with that one. But I don't know if I'd want an old prison to be my house. But it was kind of cool. It was like pretty industrial. They kind of leaned into all the concrete that was everywhere. I think I'm just gonna maybe keep it here? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know. Some of these are out of place. Like we could put an iron up here. Oh no, this isn't even working. Wait, can you rotate it? Hold on. Damn it. No. See, that'd be a good one. Would have been a good one. No, I think they need more miscellaneous storage boxes. I think. And now, I think I asked this last time. There isn't any robe hooks, hey? Or like wall hooks that have ropes on them. Wait, towel set. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Hold on. I just wanted something to shake it up, you know? Would you ever buy a house from a bank and it looks like a dream house on the outside, but there's a crime on the inside? It's always a thought I have. I've seen a gym or a bank, like an old big bank turned into a gym. That's crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know. Like, maybe because in my head, if it's like a one-off crime, it's kind of not that bad. You're like, okay, oh wait, yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, one bad thing happened here, but like something like a prison, I'm like, lots of bad things might have happened here. So that makes me a little more nervous. Probably don't want to live in a British or European church since it has no insulation because it's just stone from hundreds of years ago. I think stone is surprisingly insulative, if I recall. Because a lot of their houses and buildings are just stone without any insulation, and then they kind of make it work, I think. I wish I knew more about it, though. The thing that comes to mind, Krish has a step family are from England. And so his, I guess, step cousin, I think it would be, came to visit us for New Year's a couple years ago. And they had just bought a house. It was a townhouse I think it was an hour or so outside of London. But their house was built in like 1865 or something like that. And like that blows my mind because here where I'm from, there isn't really anything older than 1912. And I don't know why it's 1912 specifically, but that's like the year that I see most of the old houses here from, or newer. So like to be like in the 1800s era, I'm like, holy shit, but it's so normal. It's so normal there. I think they just like keep and maintain things much better. I'm worried that we don't have enough clutter. Hold on. Let's look at some photos of these because how are they breaking this up? I think it might just be... Well, no, they have trim. It's almost like a wall panel. And then... Or I guess like, yeah, this one's like the full height wall. But then they break it up with a shoe rack. You know what? I didn't even think about this. Could we... They don't really have good full height stuff yet. It almost would be nice to put something on the end. Hold on. Like it'd almost be nice to put something full height here and something full height here to box it in. But we only really have 2 options for that now, right? Like they never really added any full height stuff. No, we just have these ones. And I kind of hate these. They're just too modern for everything that we try to do. And we haven't gotten any taller upper cabinets yet, hey? Oh, I haven't seen any of the new ones. Hold on. This is cute. Wait. Cute. It's all cute. This one's my favorite one. The others look very basic, but I'm just trying to think about if there's anything like, is there like a full height wardrobe that we could? Because I don't really think the wardrobes aren't very tall. So no, not really. I'm just wondering if there's ways that we could kind of fake a gable or something. Classic storage cabinet. Shoe cabinet. Did we make these super high on the wall? Is that the problem? Did I accidentally... Wait, I think we have a hat and jewelry box. Wait, really? It's probably somewhere around here then where I'm looking in the clothes stuff around in the bedroom. Mirrors. We have all these hanging stuff. Storage. Like, this could work. Like, now I'm wondering if we just kind of hodgepodge some shit together and make it look like a big unit. Hold on. This is going to take some finessing, though, but I do want to fight with this. I will die on this hill. I feel like it's so much of a staple for, I love, see, and these kind of end here perfectly, so it almost kind of looks like it's a door. But I did spend all this time putting all of these baskets and stuff up here only to potentially kibosh this and move. Oh, wait, it comes together. Wait. Actually, it's like the perfect width. Wait, that's perfect. Okay, I think I just made this way too big. I was shooting way farther than I had to. It's kind of funny how different swatches look better than others in different places. Like this one's a little dark. Is it this one that I did? Oh yeah, here. Close enough. See, but I do think we're still, because you can't split walls horizontally yet, right? You can only do it like vertically. Like I'd love to be able to just, maybe we could do a painting or like art here and make it look, hold on. We're onto something. We're onto something. Let me just maybe put these here. Actually, here, we'll do like towels on one side and then the baskets on the other or something. Oop. I'm here. I'm trying to grab you. Copy. Okay, and then I think we just have to move these down then. Let's see how this goes. Cross our fingers that it's easier than it seems. Like I said, I'm so happy that they seem to have fixed how the arrows and the alt keys worked, because I think at one time it would still like jerk down. You couldn't move it smoothly. And now you can, which I think is awesome. Because like if we're trying to get these a little specific, there, and then this is pretty dang close, but let me see if I can just, you know, a little bit more, something like that. And then can we fake using art or something? I do wish that this would go a little bit closer to the corner, and I still don't understand why it won't. I can maybe make this one a bit more this way though. I'm kind of using this as a reference line, by the way. It sort of lines up. It's so off balance though, I'm sad. Okay. Getting warmer. I'm still sad that there's no hanging clothes here though, because I think that would really sell it. There's still nothing in the bathroom, hey? The other thing I never thought about doing, which could maybe work, is like almost embedding a shelf. No, you can still kind of see it just for the stuff that's on top of it. Basic wall shelf. Storage wall shelf. Do we not have a hanging clothes one? All of the hanging clothes ones that I've seen have them on hangers, but this shelf is hooks. So I don't think we have anything hanging on a hook yet. Not that I've seen. Like, I'll check the bedroom stuff. Frames. Even if you get into like the clothing storage, like there's coat hangers like this that have things on them. But I want like this kind of effect without the actual coat rack part. Like this is not quite... Have you kept canvas? Actually, wait, good point. I always forget about canvas. We didn't grab anything in the past yet either, have we? Okay, yes, I'll do it in this instance for the effect. I do think, isn't there issues with sometimes when you upload to Canvas, having Canvas downloaded stuff showing up, potentially? I'll try just like a hanging robe or hanging jacket. Actually, yeah, hanging jacket. This is kind of a close effect. I'll try it. It's got 70 downloads. Oh, this creator might even have more. Hold on. Would it be furniture, probably? Hanging towel. Actually, wait, they have cute curtains too. How well this looks close up might be a little bit of a different story. But let's see. They showed the jacket and then a flannel. Yeah, here's a... So maybe? I have one. Hanging apron. That would be cute in the kitchen. Oh, yeah, here's the hanging flannel. Hold on. I think it's 3D printed. I think so too. So it might work just on the wall. And we just won't zoom in that close. Because like even this towel looks pretty good from this angle. But that's the thing with the 3D printers. It has to be at the perfect angle. I'll try the apron too. We'll see how much of this works. It was a hit or miss. Question mark. Oh. How did we get thrown out of our house? How did that happen? Here we go. Okay. Let's see how these look. Cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. And I think it's a little big, but it's fine. Oh, no, I want to move it up. Come here. Like the hook will kind of clip out of it, but actually, I guess we want it smaller, just a little bit. I don't know. Does it give jacket effect though, or does it just kind of look like a lump? Oh, wait, that doesn't help. Hold on. Very precise. And then, like here? Is it giving hanging garment though? Is it faced the right way? Good point. I don't know. What is the... Oh yeah, you're right. I think this is it. Ah, God. Wait, yeah, this is so much better. Holy shit. Thank you. A little questionable, huh? Okay, I think we want this to be just a little bit more. Okay, and then as for how it hangs, obviously more that way. I'm wondering, I mean, this is it kind of looks better more from this angle. I almost wish you could kind of mirror it. I don't think you can, or like flip 3D objects, just like, because I think it looks a little bit better, I think, more from this way. I just want to get it back now. Because if it kind of gets in the wall a bit, that's fine. It looks like a hanging jacket. It's pretty close. Where's the flannel? Oh yeah, here. I don't know what... Wait, what's this like... this big part off of it? Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Questionable. A little questionable. And then maybe if I can just like rotate it. No, see like this weird part that's sticking out. I hate this. I don't know if I could do that. I can do I can kind of deal with the jean jacket. I can't deal with that. It's weird. And then I don't think the apron doesn't really have the hanging effect though. It just kind of looks like... I think it's the wrong way too. Yeah. Like if it's just a little bit more like, whew. It kind of looks like it's like laid out flat or something. I'm gonna delete it. We'll just stick with the one hanging jacket. I think that's the one that kind of sort of works. Wall finish. Oh yeah, the ceiling is terrible in here too. I don't know, why does it default like that? Here, let's put that ceiling to be anything better. Does anyone else have the yellow tinted ceiling phenomenon? Because sometimes it's just a build mode thing, and like this file I've been working in since March or April. So some things about it tend to not always be how it is now. Okay. I'm kind of just wondering if I can use like a big... The art piece might go in front though. Oh, see, yeah, the art piece goes in front. Damn it. I mean, let's try, because if it like the rope hooks all show. So like it could work. Like the rope hooks just look like they're mounted onto it. Wait. This could work. Well, I'm trying to find one of my older ones. Let's, like, if we scale it back. But like, if I find a blue one. And then I think we need cushions on top of this. But like, yeah? I wonder if there's a different size art that we could use for up here. Because I think, you're gonna see the frames probably on all of them. And yeah, I'm getting errors already. So this one works. I mean, we could also just try to still do a different wall finish above. Let's look for one. Let's see what our options are. Actually, I might have to log in, but one of my favorite websites for getting textures, SketchUp Texture Club. Be in a minute. I think I have to log in, actually. I haven't been in this website literally since we streamed last. Log in. I don't remember my password. She gets it first try. Isn't that a good feeling? That feeling. But yeah, SketchUp Textures Club is my favorite because it's free and you can get so many materials. So many materials. It never ends. I'm gonna maybe try going for a wallpaper. And we know that we want a blue one. I'm thinking something like blue and white, maybe? Or blue with yellow in it. Actually, blue with yellow in it could be cute. Let's see what we got for florals, perhaps. Because yeah, this was the one that I have in there right now. This one could be cute. Wait, this one could be really cute. I'll try this one. And the nice thing too is, again, free download. You will not get the maps, which is like the additional images that tell a rendering software how shadows and light interact with it. You're just going to get one JPEG. But that's all you need for InZOI right now. That might change in the future. But for now. So we'll try that one. I like to get a couple. Sometimes it looks different in game than it does in like the download screen. Like something like this one could be cute too. Just with all the little... It's got green in it, so let's see how this one works. And then I'll get a third one. Maybe we could get something... I mean, we're already at the end of floral. We could get something that's not floral at all. Damask? Damask? Something in this realm, maybe? See, but we're going farmhouse. I would go this direction if we were going like Victorian or something. Let's see. Various patterns. I wonder what we got. We could do something fun. Like, not historic, but like interesting. Because there's a lot of nature stuff in this one. So I'm kind of thinking about it. Like the little trees? Little leafy patterns? I'm such a sucker for a good wallpaper. This one's kind of cute too, actually, with the leaves. I'll download it. I'll get it. See, it just keeps going. This website's awesome. This one's cute too, actually. The moon and stars wallpaper. I feel like there would be a good spot for that one day too. And this one. This is why I just want to own a house so that I can guilt-free do wallpaper everywhere. The other thing that, the one project that I wanted to do in the house that before we sold it, I really wanted to do, instead of putting up wallpaper, I wanted to hand paint like a wallpaper pattern in our bathroom. I think that would have been so fun. Okay. So now we see which one works best. I will load texture. Oh wait, sorry. I have to extract all of these first. Hold on. That's the only thing about SketchUp Texture Club that kind of drives me crazy. Is it makes like it just default downloads everything in zipped folders, which is kind of annoying because I just want the JPEG. I don't like having to extract it every time. I'm also being a good technologist, BIM coordinator, and sorting these quick. Hold on. I think I have a wallpaper fun patterns. That's such a vague folder title name. Extract all, please, and thank you. There we go. Okay, I'm just looking at these again and seeing which one was my favorite. Actually, wait, it only worked for one of them. Why? Oh, Okay, here, I'll try loading in game now. Fun textures? Is that what I called it? Fun patterns. Okay, the only one that worked for some reason is this one first, so I'll try it. It's like the kind of fan looking one. This one. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sold. Hold on, we got some other good ones, so... Why didn't it work? Fallout 76 wallpapering is annoying. You have to do a double wall technique because only one side can be wallpapered, but in order to line up the walls, you need to convert them to doorways and then swap them out to regular walls after both are placed. That sounds so annoying. That sounds so annoying. Okay, so you're saying that the build mode is tedious? Is that what you're saying? Why didn't this extract? Hold on. There it goes. Okay, so this is the leafy one. Here it is. Almost, it might be better smaller, this one though. I don't know if this one is giving wallpaper as much though. It's very primitive. That's disappointing. So the game is disappointing and then the build mode is disappointing. It must be really difficult to develop a good build mode though. I did a whole series where we just reviewed free 3D modeling, like house planners and stuff, and it was really interesting to see how they approached different things like wallpapering or doing flooring and stuff. Because in my head, it just seems like, oh yeah, that should be easy. And it's important. One sec. Oh, I see. I have a pop-up here. Let's try this one. No, not this geometric one. Sorry, the one that I have here, I don't think it's quite giving the effect that I want. Extract all. If you want to build in a Fallout play, Fallout 4, then you can just heavily mod it. Is it worth it though? Is it worth it? I mean, I guess like for science, it could be. Here, I'll try this one now. This one I'm just worried is too yellow. Like, actually, I kind of think my favorite is this one so far. But it's also the least farmhouse of the patterns. Where did the other... I feel like we got 5, didn't we? Hold on. Oh, here. Okay, this one is not as yellow in the background. It depends. I like Fallout 4. Oh yeah, because that'd be a completely different game from 76. Which one is... See, okay, my only introduction into the Fallout franchise was the show. I haven't played the game personally. Ooh, actually, I might like this one best. Wait. Wait, I think I like this one best. But we need to do something with the wall finish here. And then I might add another row of shells on top. Why does everything feel so short? But yeah, my only introduction was the show. I am not... I'm not really like a big gamer. There's so many on my try list that I just haven't got to. Maybe some hanging plants. The show is going to New Vegas next season. And isn't the New Vegas one of the most popular of their games? Okay, let's try this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to do it this way. Let's get rid of most of this and just have it line up with kind of here. I mean, I could do this back part. See, but it's kind of weird without anything boxing it in. Hello, Foxies. Yeah, it's the most popular and the only one with gambling. Oh, I see. That kind of makes sense. We could try some of the wall trims that we got, maybe. I'll play around with some different textures and see what happens. I don't want to use the planks, though. We already are. Not a horizontal one. Like, I'm thinking something more solid then. And then we'll try to use... I have these, like, trims that we could maybe try playing around with. Hi, Tangible. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So I could just try painting it. This color match is kind of crazy off. Hold on. We'll go softer. I need a paint that's more flat. I don't want to have it look... Ooh. Eyeballing, eyeballing, eyeballing. Like here? Pretty close, kind of? There are some tiles that look like wood if you size them down. I have an idea. It looks like a vertical white column. Wait, what do you mean? My circadian rhythm doesn't work. I'm slowly rolling into vampire hours. Wait, really? Did you just wake up recently? If I did not work a 9-to-5 job and I was free to my own devices, I would sleep in probably till like, yeah, 3 and stay up till probably 4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah, I find sleep science so fascinating though, because it seems like the community is very split. Oh, the only problem with these trims is that they're going to be white. That might not be a bad thing though. Like we could try this. Hold on. We could try this. Oop. Here, we're going to want... Like, I'm thinking we could try something like this. Hold on. Because you can... Oh, it distorts it though, hey? Ooh, maybe not. Hold on, there's top trims though. And I think this is the crown molding that goes on the top. Hold on, let me look at this. I have a couple. Oh, and the tiles tab. Wait, hold on, let's try this. You size it down, it looks like wood. Let's see what we got. Concrete. Do you know what it's called? But yeah, sleep science is really interesting to me because I feel like the community... Oh my god, wait, this tile's kind of cute though. Why do I still like this? I feel like the community seems to be very split. Like on one hand, I've heard like, oh, it's only natural that humans are awake during the day and sleep at nighttime, and like naturally we have had split cycles where we'll be awake early in the morning and then nap during the day and that kind of stuff. But then I've heard on the other hand some people arguing that some humans are more daytime and then some humans are more nighttime, because in hunter-gatherer tribes you needed a diverse range of people that slept and were awake at different times for like the safety of the community. So the night owls were kind of up to watch over everybody that was sleeping that are the daytime people. I don't know if that's true or not, but I like to think about it sometimes. Now, people used to have 2 sleeps and wake up after 4 hours, but they used to sleep sitting up too. But yeah, the shamans watched the night. I was up till 7:30 this morning. I had to force myself to go to bed. My sleep schedule rolls over every 3 months. So you have to do what my housemate does. My housemate, when that happens, he just does an all-nighter and doesn't sleep for like over 24 hours and then like resets it that way. I think it's on the left side of the tiles, but the icon should be white. Okay. I will try and look. Oh, this one. Is it this one? I kind of feel like naturally we would all be nighttime sleepers because we can't really see in the dark. No, that's true too. Yeah, like if you throw yourself out in nature and go camping for 3 weeks without any technology or any natural electric lighting, I do think that you do sink to be nighttime sleepers, so. Sadly, I've gotten a little too sick to stay up that long anymore. Yeah, that's a lot. Yes, but scale the pattern smaller. Oh, like this way. So it's cleaner than the wood look. Wait, yes, I see what you're going for. Yep. I wish that I could change the colors of my trim though. But yeah, I think this is a good one. Let's roll with this. And then I have a bajillion miscellaneous little trims, which we haven't used anywhere else in the house, to be honest. Largely just because I kind of just don't want to... Nope. I don't want to tediously place trim everywhere. I don't really like the 3D model trim way. I wish that we could just do it in the texture, but... Am I still in my playlist? I haven't heard this song before. One sec. It must be. It must be. Are we in my playlist? Sorry, I'm nervous if it shuffles out of my playlist because my playlist is DMCA and I don't want it to get out of it. Just in case. You know what? Let's go back in, just in case. In the desert, it's too hot during the day and you can definitely see in the dark half of every month once the moon passes the first quarter until it goes back to the third quarter. Plus humans have used fire for 300,000 years. It is really interesting. The one thing that I find really fascinating is there's a community in the north. I don't want to butcher this. There's a community in the north that essentially will sleep for like 16 to 18 hours a day in the winter time, just because there's not really much point to being up because they don't get sunlight. But it doesn't have any negative implications on their health or anything. They just do that naturally. That's just their normal their normal way of doing it. I'm like, I wonder about that sometimes though, because obviously if you sleep that much, your winter would go so much quicker from your perspective. But does that mean time moves faster from your perspective? Does your life feel shorter? Sorry, I'm trying to find if I have like a trim that can be used almost as like a vertical trim. Because I have top and bottom trim, but they don't, I think, have the right profile. I think it balances out because of summer. How do they get food? Well, so that's what's interesting is they eat, but they eat substantially less in the winter because they don't expel as much energy. I need to... Now I want to find this just to get more specific on the details. Because it was somewhere in... It was somewhere in like, it was Europe. I thought it was Norway or some Scandinavian culture or something. It wasn't actually in Canada. want to find it. I'm looking. Winter is a giant freezer in the north, and I imagine your diet just goes predominantly meat. Because in Canada, the northern communities that only live in the cold, or like where it's mostly cold, their bodies are adapted to a more carnivorous diet, and they get all of the nutrients that they need just from like predominantly meat consumption. And then in the summer, I think when they can forage more and stuff, they're omnivores. They still will eat like whatever vegetables and things in the summer. Here, one sec. I'm skimming. Oh, maybe it's in Russia. Hold on. I think it's a New York Times tab though, so I can't access it. But here in the Arctic Circle during the summer, you can grow crops the size of men because of the 20+ hours of light they get every day. I never thought about that. They probably have a crazy grow cycle. It's probably so much quicker, right? Which would be really cool. Here, it's like, I think it's this one. It might be this one. I have to open the... So it sounds like there's some skepticism about it being debunked, but a practice closely akin to hibernation is said to be among Russian peasants in the Pskov government, where food scarcity to a degree is almost equivalent to chronic famine. Not having provisions enough to carry them through the whole year, they adopt the economical experiment of spending 1/2 of it in sleep. This custom has existed among them from time immemorial. At the first snowfall, the whole family gathers around the stove, lies down, ceases to wrestle with the problems of human existence, and quietly goes to sleep. Once a day, everyone wakes up to eat a piece of hard bread, which an amount sufficient to last 6 months has providently been baked in the previous autumn. When the bread has been washed down with a draught of water, everyone goes to sleep again. The members of the family take it in turn to watch and keep the fire alight. After 6 months of these this is crazy, actually, if this is real. But they're saying that this Graham Robb article, or like author, writer, might not be reliable. So see, this is why I wanted to check. I don't want to parrot false information. This winter sleep is called Lotska. Ship tag. Yeah, interesting. This original article was about France, though. But anyway, game capture. But yeah, that's crazy if that's real. Honestly, though, valid, and I understand and I empathize. I too would want to probably sleep for 6 months of the year if the weather was shit and there was no food. And why else? Why wake up? You know. I'm wondering if I can fake a trim with like a different kind of wall finish, but then it gets kind of tedious because then we're doing something like this. Like, this is what I'm thinking. I'm kind of wondering about, like, you do this, but then you can like remove, you know, and then you can like have these like weird little slivers on either side, and then you could switch them to something. Oh, it's kind of breaking on this corner here though. But I think Oh, it doesn't like stand off of it though. So I don't think it looks like it's breaking it up very well. We could maybe try a column, but I feel like the columns are really big in build mode. Like the smallest one would probably just be doing like a round one. Like a small one like this. But I don't like that it clips in. I find it funny that it was bad luck to sleep laying down all the way until 1700 or so. Beds used to be half the size so people could sleep upright. See, I didn't know that. Is that specifically just to Europe though? Because what comes to mind in regards to that, but it was also criticized for its historical inaccuracy, was Memoirs of a Geisha in Asia. Because there's a specific part where, as the protagonist is training to be a geisha, she has to train herself to sleep on this like weird kind of wooden neck pillow to hold her hair off of, like her head off of the ground, so that it doesn't ruin the intricate hair style that they had. The tradition spread across the Silk Road. Interesting. But I just remember that part from because I read the book and I watched the movie, and I remember that part specifically because I remember thinking, how long would it take you to get comfortable sleeping that way? Sleeping sitting up almost seems easier than sleeping that way, I think? Question mark? And at least like sitting up, you can kind of like adjust yourself. Okay, sorry, these are blind. I'm just looking at exterior decor stuff that could maybe work. Like there's pillars. Or what do we have in the wall objects again? Because they have weird wall decorations that could maybe something. I slept on concrete for a year and never got used to it. Have you seen those like compilation videos of people trying to sleep on the floor for like floor? And granted, it wasn't on concrete. It was usually either on carpet or like a very thin 1 inch to 2 inch thick futon. But so many of them swore that it helped their posture. And it took like a week to get used to it. But wait, why did you sleep on concrete for a year? That's the bigger question. That's crazy. Or we just leave it like this. I kind of hate it being left like this though. Large conference table. Floor mirrors, wall mirrors. Like, would it be better maybe to do like a bigger shelf then? Like what about like this isn't quite the vibe. Hold on. But it could conceal it better. Because I popped a waterbed when I was a kid and got punished. Oh my god. Did you pop it in the house? I've always wondered what happens if that happens. But a year seems so excessive for that. I'm sorry you had to do that. That's crazy. It still won't lock to the corner here though. That's what's bothering me about this, I think. None of these work on the corner. And these overlap too much too. Yeah, I wonder that when I was like 6, it sprays like a water gun in an arc. Oh my god. I don't know. I mean, I guess hindsight is 2020, and we're all gonna say this about so many things in life, but I do, I think often about waterbeds and why that was such a popular thing. They just seem so inconvenient. Just so inconvenient. Having to fill one up and then empty it every time? No, I don't think this works either. Nope. Now I'm just starting to shoot in the dark here for creative things to work. I mean, it's not terrible to do this way. Back then it was sleep on water, sleep on metal springs. That's true. Waterbed seems annoying because it would be so wiggly. That's like, I had that thought as well. I guess it was kind of viewed as a luxury item though. It was kind of a big deal. Oh god, I feel so old saying that. It definitely was not that far ahead of my time either though. I think I'm pretty close to the waterbed era as well. I think I just missed it by like maybe a couple years, 2 or 3 even. I almost wonder, hold on, now we're getting to like crazy experiment. Can you, hold on. I want to see if I could stack this. So I'm going to try to do the thing where if you like turn it into something and then turn it back, you can resize objects this way, but can you use it to, oh no, so that doesn't add the arrow for moving it up off the ground. Or we just try and use uppers. My qualm with the uppers is that they're so wide. Which ones match the most though? Would be like this one probably? Actually, if we just did uppers like the whole way across along the top here even. Or just did like one on either side and then put a shelf in. I'm still so mad that I can't place this here on this corner though. Like how far in do I have to go till it works? Literally so far. Oh, I guess here. Like here? I hate this. I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad about this. Also, what the heck? Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Back in the day before cellular telephones and the internet. It feels so weird if there was 2 people because one person would tilt the other person to them. No, yeah, I would assume that that's the thing. Like if you're sleeping as a couple in a bed and like one is waking up in the morning, aren't you wiggling all around? I do think though, if I remember asking my mom about this, I think that you could fill them up with enough water that they got really rigid, or like pretty rigid, I think. I wish that we had singles so bad. Here. So it's this one and it's this color. So I'm gonna change the color of this one again. It's this one and this color, just so that's a little bit closer. And then this one was this one and then this color. No, this one. And then this color, right? No, it almost just makes the most sense to go all the way across, I think. But I think we almost have to go right to the end and then overlap. Like this. And make it look like there's one door in the middle. The problem is that there's two knobs, so we have to deal with it. Worst. But I'd rather have the effect. I'd rather have the effect. It's better. It's better. And then for here along the sides. So now I'm thinking about going back to columns. Probably not the round one. Probably the small square one. Because this will actually place on the corner here. Hold on, I want to make sure that we... Oh no, not this being half in the wall. Hold on. Wait, I didn't even... Oh, okay, it's not in there. It's because I didn't even check to see how far into the wall this recessed, but... I want them to be pretty equal. This one's a little bit more, I think. And then this, if we make this the same wood, and then the same color, and then I want to see the trim though, so let's like go in a little bit. It almost looks, what's the word? It almost looks, I guess, darker. It almost looks darker. But I just wanted something on this corner really bad. Didn't like it. Just ending. Mocap, hello, long time no see. Hope you're having a good Friday. Welcome back, welcome back. There. Okay, so now if I take the column and we play with the color, I think the column needs to be a little bit lighter. Like here, maybe? I'm gonna have so many blue swatches. It's gonna be too many. But that's better. Good on yours? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Still building, just decorating. We building and decorating. And then this one, let's get this like a hair in or maybe out so that we kind of cover the... Yeah, I just didn't want to see the legs of these little cabinet things. Okay. Now I think I would consider, if we can, trying to put a decor thing. Oh, I forgot about all the kitchen decor stuff too. No, let's go back to bathroom. I'm thinking... No, office. I'm thinking just like one of these weird little vase things or something. Like here. Oh, they're so tiny. Like okay, if I could, I'd want to put it in like the little corner over here. Actually, could we put a little plant? A little plant of some kind? Ooh, yes we can. Okay. Wait, we can, wait. We could do one of these? Ah. And on the other side maybe? And then it hides it. It makes it look less awkward. Is this one too? Oh, that's the exact same one that I just used. Just kidding. Let's not do the same one twice. Maybe this one with the yellow. Yes? Okay. I took like an hour on the wall build out, but I just feel like it was so important for this room. This room is important. And then we can continue maybe the uppers over and then do shelves above all this. Yes, it's coming together. You can't rush perfection. No, you cannot. Slowly but steadily. This 4-month build will be worth the wait. I can't believe it's been that long. Sometimes I think my Sims builds take long, but holy shit. Okay, here, hold on. Where's the upper that matches this one? It was this one, right? Can we do a corner that like doesn't have a... This one? Why is it not working? Also, why does it kind of look bad? It doesn't match. No, this isn't the same one. That's why. Like, can we just like do one like this maybe? Hold on. No, there's a gap in this one. So I think the corner one was better. I don't want to have any cutlery showing. I don't want it to look like a kitchen. Maybe this one? We'll try it. We'll try it. Yes? Yes? Also, is the countertop a nice wood, or should we pick a different wood for the counter? Oh my gosh, you can hear my cat freaking out. Okay, and then I know I want shelves. Let's go back to the, I guess it'd be like the clothing storage, hey, where they have all the hanging stuff, because I'm kind of thinking maybe we work from this way over and then figure out what we do in the middle. Someday I'm gonna find something that makes me as happy as you remodeling a house. It's the little things in life. It's the little things. My goal, I would love moonshot stream goal in the future. I want to remodel houses like IRL stream, actually doing this in real life, because I love doing this shit in real life more than I love doing it in InZOI. Like how I was talking earlier about how I wanted to stencil my whole like hand paint, like stencil and hand paint my whole bathroom. I want to just like hang out on a stream and do that. Just like paint a room and yap and chill. I think would be so fun. We're looking for the wall mounted stuff. I have all the floor stuff here. Especially if it's old houses. I miss painting. I want to take it up more. Krish and I, for his birthday, actually, I signed us up for painting classes that start next week on Wednesdays. And it's like an introduction to painting. So I think it's all the different ones, because I've tried watercolor and I've tried acrylic, but I haven't tried oils. So that'll be interesting. Maybe a darker counter. Yeah, I think like a more rich wood would be nicer. This one's kind of like a weird, almost kind of reddy looking one, and with the blue it's kind of I looked at the sleep upright. Apparently it was more common for nobles to sleep upright in Europe because it was doctor's prescription, and doctors believed humoral medicine. They believed lying flat let vapors or undigested food rise from the stomach to the brain, causing nightmares, suffocation, or imbalance. Wait, that's crazy. I used to paint with acrylic. I got into experimenting, mixing petroleum jelly with acrylic and made it work more like oil. Wait, that's interesting. I feel like I see acrylic the most in the festival space. It just seems to be kind of the predominant, maybe because it's so vibrant. And spray paint too is really common. I think it would be crazy to get into mural painting. I think that fascinates me. Mostly just because I've met and watched so many muralists in the last 4 years, just starting from scratch, and how they do it. And I think in my head when I was younger, I was always under the assumption that they just had a wall and then did whatever they wanted and just free flowed it. But I never realized until I got older how much planning actually goes into a mural. So now, yeah, I used to be huge into painting and art when I was in like kind of junior high, early high school. And same thing even with tattooing too. Like I thought there was more rules around art in my head for some stupid reason than there actually is. And therefore I dropped it, but I wish I didn't. You have to use very little petroleum jelly or it never dries. I have a painting from 15 years ago that's still wet. That's crazy. Low budget repairs might be a fun game. It's about redecorating a house and doing it as cheaply as possible, like House Flipper. Wait, really? See, I haven't tried House Flipper either, so I'd like to do that as well. It's on the list for sure. These days, you can just use a projector on a wall. Yeah, so I think for a house DIY project, I want to try and do something that requires projecting on a wall. I think that'd be so fun. I don't know what to do yet, like what would be a good candidate, but it'd be so fun. Wait, sorry, can you change the colors of the clothes on this? Because I want to have it like I want to have it go a little more because laundry, but I don't like that the clothes all look the same. Hold on. Rack. Here. Oh, no. No, so they have to look identical. That's fine. You can't change the clothes? Oh, that's like... Yeah. I'm sure it'll get there. I'm sure eventually there'll be like a edit appearance and then you can pick the different variations of clothes or something. That seems like it'd be relatively simple to add. Okay, so I'm thinking for this, what would make the most sense is let's maybe line this up here. And then we just like won't have it go right to the wall or something. I can hardly tell how these are even lining up because I want the mounts to kind of go over one another to look like one. Like that. And then... So here... And then I'll make everything the same wood so that it actually matches. There. Okay. I don't know what to do with this corner here. This corner kind of feels like dead space now. But we don't talk about that. Look at it! It's cute! It's coming together! I'm gonna maybe try those canvas curtains that the same creator that had the jean jacket had uploaded, but I'm not holding my breath. Another plant in the corner. Add some depth and color. Agreed. When all else fails, we plant. We do plant. Okay, here, I like the shelves being white, I think. I think, like, well, I'll try them to match. Let's see what happens if they match. Oh, it's not touching even. I want it to kind of look like it's a continuation off of the upper here. Hold on. I have to go like in, like here. That. Okay. And then this swatch I think is pretty close. All right. Precision. I mean, the two mounts doesn't look terrible, but there we go. Okay. Now I think the only way to use the eyedropper that works is like that. This one or this one. Here we go. Okay. You can alt place the baskets in the shelf so it looks like it's on it. Are you talking about like in this way? Hold on. Like this way? Like that? That we have some room for lights maybe? Yeah, let's do this. Up here? Yes. The only problem is that it overlaps this way. Hold on. I don't want it to stick out. This is why it takes so freaking long to build an InZOI. Because like, this kind of shit just takes forever. Now, I'm not sure what kind of lights to do in here. Because it's not really a... It's not really a good candidate for anything hanging. But what do we have for sconces? Like, would it be... It might be weird to do a sconce above here, though, too. Like, if I'm being real... If I were renovating this, I would just do pot lights in here. Unless... The one thing that I really like, but we don't have this in here... Unless we moved the laundry and made it more of a galley style, is having the... Let's see if I can find an example. Having the light above the sink be kind of a feature thing. Here, like this. Like the little sconcy guy. Above the sink. But if we have shelves above the sink, like we do, I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Actually, here, let me change the wood on this counter too, because I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it. Oh, undo. Top. Like, would it be a good candidate for this one? The walnut? I'll try it. Oh, now, see... I hate how sometimes the material is totally fine. See, now this one's a little bit too red, I think. This one, maybe? Oops. See, we didn't touch the material and it looked great and it was fine. And then we changed the top and then now it's clipping. Actually, that kind of made it go away. It's probably still there if you like look really close, but we're just not gonna look that close. We're just gonna not look that close. Now I'm almost wondering though if we make this wall finish the same the whole way over. I'll try it, one sec. It was the tile that was here. The smallest one. Is this color maybe? No. This one? This one? This one? This one. I think I eyeballed this one. One sec. Add it to the swatch just in case. There we go. Until the year 1700, only about 5% of the world population could write, and the poor would emulate the rich, so there's never usually accounts of how non-noble people lived. Your Google approved. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Because, yeah, it's something I think also isn't it something that's also an issue with like fashion and stuff too? Let's see if this would look good the same. Krish, I think our doggo's asking to go outside. Does it make sense to make this all the same? Hold on, I'm looking at some of our photos. Let me go back to Pinterest. Because a lot of these big wall systems, or they just make all the cabinets the same color. Next InZOI house, after this one, you gotta do a time limit per room. You're gonna be stressing. Bro, when I did the 2-hour time limit for the, like, kind of, we did a speed build on 2 hours, one of the last ones. That one stressed me out too. I'll keep it blue. And then if we decide we want to change it, we do. It's cute though. Okay, let's do curtains. But no, you're right, because I do have a 25-minute warning. I have to move. Okay, one sec. Krish is clearly not paying attention to my dog. I have to let him outside. Oh my god. Hello. Hello. So sorry. We're having a Facebook Marketplace drama. Facebook Marketplace drama. Hold on. I'm going to try taking one of these columns and seeing how it looks over here just for science. But yeah, we're trying to sell this like, oh no, because of the washer. No, that doesn't work. I wish this continued. But I think I'm just gonna leave the gap, I guess. Yeah, we're trying to sell this like sofa and 2 chair set. And I don't know if it's a scam, but the buyer was like, oh yeah, I was here. Or yeah, I'm here. And then Krish was like, oh, okay, I'll be outside in literally 2 minutes. And then they were like, oh, we left. No one answered. No one answered the door. So we left. And I'm like, is this like some weird like marketplace scam or something? Because I feel like this has happened before, or I've heard stories of this happening before, but I'm like, unless you're at the wrong house, I don't know. Foxy can speed build in her sleep. Those are hours of footage. I don't know. If I were to ever stream, I feel like I would get distracted. See, that's my problem. I think I would have had this done in like a week or 2 if I wasn't talking to y'all, and then I get sidetracked and then I forget what I was doing. That sounds like it could be a whole YouTube channel. Foxy's does have a YouTube channel. Have you watched her speed builds? Yeah, check out Foxy's stuff. I enjoy it a lot, a lot. What did I search for? Hanging coat? is what I found. Okay, so the hanging jacket was here. Firefly Horizon. So there was some curtains in here that could work. These ones. I'm gonna try the white one. Let's see if the, oh well, actually wait, they kind of look bad. Maybe not in this photo. Does she risk it? I don't know if Foxy is the whole Facebook Marketplace drama. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know what the deal was, because she messaged Krish and was like, I'm here, and then literally 2 minutes later was like, no one answered, we knocked and everything, and then we left. And we're like, what? What? I watched a YouTube video the other day of a guy who has a bunch of codes to find YouTube videos with under 10 views, and he was playing bingo with them. Wait, that sounds cool. That sounds like it would be torture though. Like, you'd probably find some diamonds in the rough, but I think the vast majority of YouTube is slop. Especially with AI now. Oh my god, it's so frustrating as a creator on YouTube with the amount of just shit that they pump out on YouTube channels for AI. I never use it. Facebook Marketplace in my area is really sketchy, at least for me. What do you use in your area? Is Craigslist then more prominent? Because I wish that Marketplace wasn't the default for us, but unfortunately it is. We found multiple channels with 1 million uploads too. See, that's what, yeah, I talked about this on stream before when I was looking for, because I have done free floor planner reactions where we look like where we just pick a free floor planner and then take 2 hours on stream playing around in it and then reviewing it, seeing how it is, because I model buildings in 3D for a living. Anyway, I was looking for other channels that were reviewing free floor planners just for comparability. And I found this one channel that was only like, I can't remember how old it was. Yeah, this looks pretty shitty. No. Where was the curtains that we have that we used in the kitchen? Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Here. Who was the creator? Because they're pretty cute. Where did they go? Did these sort by name? This one. It was Mama Purr. I'll look for them. But my problem with Marketplace that pisses me off is it is absolutely flooded with people that are selling new furniture, either dealers or like from a store, but then they list it at like $50. So I was trying to buy a bed frame, and there was this bed frame listed for $50. I saw the photos and like the description was kind of like, oh, free delivery and stuff. So I was kind of like, I don't think this is a real person just selling it out of their house, but I messaged anyway because it was like $50. But then he was like, oh yeah, so it's actually $350. I was like, what? That should be illegal. But the amount of people that are just drop shipping decor or furniture or whatever and reselling cheap shit on Marketplace is insane. I'm getting so mad trying to wade through all of it. I wish that I could put a filter if it was like used or new. Most people just donate their stuff to thrift shops or yard sales if you're in the suburban side. See, I prefer that. I like seeing it in person. I like deciding in person if I like it. I don't like buying things from Marketplace because I feel like there's a pressure to just commit because you've already made the journey to someone's house. So you have to know that you're going to like it. Dropshipping died in the US. I wonder what the prominence is here, because specifically here, it like bed frames and sofas are really bad, but lighting is terrible. When I was looking for a vanity light, there was so much drop shipped stuff being sold on Marketplace. It was so annoying. For clothes, I use ThreadUp, and for furniture, I would go to like an antique or a boutique. See, and it's kind of tricky because in Canada, our furniture at the thrift store is not even really that cheap anymore. Like, gone are the days we used to be able to go to Value Village and get a sofa for like $10, $20. Now you go and they'll mark that shit up to like $200, and it makes me so upset. So you almost have to go Marketplace if you want a frugal, low-cost furniture option. But the amount of you have to just wade through so much shit. So much shit. And it's not even like old antique stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. Like old shit. I'm talking like new, cheaply produced, mass-produced shit is what you have to wade through now. It's so frustrating. If there's a way to sort through... Okay, it was Mama Purr? Who's the creator? Right here. There's some cute ones here. The UK doesn't do yard sales. We do boot sales where a bunch of cars meet up in a field and sell everything. Wait, that seems so much more efficient. Hold on. I love this. I'm going to put this above the window. Maybe. Would this be cute above the window? No, it'd be cuter if it was herbs. Oh my gosh. Can I find an hanging herb thing? Also, there was a lot of cute curtains from this creator, so I just want to look through here quick. Oh, here's some hanging towels and stuff. I saw a documentary where large organized shoplifters are selling stolen goods there for cheaper on Marketplace. In the US, we'd go to jail for that, for selling stuff out of our cars. That's for, yeah, but it does seem more effective to just... Like for clothes, for example, I think that sounds more fun from like a community connection angle than just, no, the boot sales. Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, I guess that would be sketchy here. That's true. If someone's selling their stuff out of their car here, you assume that it's stolen. That's true. When you put it that way. Hold on, I need to actually specifically go to curtains. Or maybe most popular. There's these lace ones that are really pretty. I mean, we could do full height lace ones. There isn't anything on that wall. I wouldn't buy couches or seats, but mainly like door handles, lights, or drawers. Where would you get your sofas from? Or like bigger furniture pieces? I wish we could just have street markets like in Asia. So it's getting more popular where we are. I think actually in Canada in general, there's a phenomenon in more popular neighborhoods called night markets, where local vendors are supposed to be able to vend and sell their like handmade wares and stuff. So it's a lot of like jewelry or like handmade clothes. But the problem with those though is that drop shipping is becoming a phenomenon even there too, because the night markets need to make the money. Like they must have to pay for permits to keep the streets closed or something. So then vendors that just sell drop ship stuff are slowly starting to work their way in too. So then you go and it's harder to detect, like, but they'll mass purchase like crocheted stuffed animals, for example, and then market it as if they did it, but they didn't. So frustrating. I think we use this one. Maybe I'll try. Oh, we already have the flowers on the wall. It would be cute if we could make them match. But you mostly have to pay like €1 or something to get in, and normally there's a burger van or something. Wait, so they make it like a whole event. That's cute. Foxy's, do you know if they raise custom asset upload amounts so you can add more custom assets, or is there still the same low amount to upload to the canvas? I think Foxy's was saying the file size that you could upload increased, but does that correlate with the amount of canvas items that you can have? Let's try... I might try an herb. Hanging herbs. Like kind of like this thing, but like many of them. I know the one in Sims that I'm thinking of. Dried herbs. But do we only have the one? Damn it. Okay, maybe I'll try just using the same curtains that I used in the kitchen then. I digress. I digress. Just flower everywhere. Be cottage core around these parts. There we go. I just want to make sure this is lined up nicely. Ooh. Didn't realize it was so far off the wall. Like here, maybe? And then just a little bit more this way. Sometimes I feel like the full object highlight like this makes it a little bit difficult to check the alignments on things. There we go. Nice. And then let's do a boot rack or a shoe rack at the back here. I don't love the look of a lot of these, but display shoes. This is too big. Almost prefer it on the other side, but it's kind of wide. I'd like just like low shoe racks. My computer's memory cried reading that. For furniture I would lay on, I just buy firsthand. I couldn't buy without knowing what happened on it. That's so fair. I'm actually literally right now looking into sofa cleaning. Did I tell you the story about my vintage sofas? Have I told you this story? Because I work in the festival space, I do, I used to throw, well, I throw a festival or help throw a festival and help with event planning and stuff. And I do space design, stage design, those things. Anyway, so we have these sofas that we got for free on Facebook Marketplace a few years back. And when we had initially seen the ad for the sofas, I just remember distinctly it was like there wasn't even a photo of the sofas. It was just one shitty blurry photo of the pattern on the sofa close up, and it was a really loud fun sofa pattern. It was like yellow with black and white accents on it. I should actually take photos of these sofas because I've talked about them a few times now. And where's the good, oh, a square rug. This rug fits so perfectly. But it is, we'd want a separate one almost for the front door. And you can't, can you not layer rugs? Are you serious? Here, I'll start with the back door rug here and then work our way over. But we knew that the rug pattern was fun. So then we were like, okay, yeah, let's just grab them. And we go see them in person and they end up being these beautiful 70s style kind of carved wood sofas. Like the sides of them are just this like intricately carved wood. They have really beautiful arms and kind of at the back, like the frame is gorgeous. And they're solid wood. So we were like, oh, sick. We're using this for like in the festival space. There's a lot of people using them. It's very public. They're going to be outdoors. So if they're solid wood, they'll hold up really well. And we used them for 2 years. And then we bring them to a regional Burning Man event. Actually, I remember distinctly. And there was a woman that came up to me at that event and she was like, hey, so I wanted to, you throw this stage, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, well, I'm an interior designer and I wanted to let you know, hold on, is this just the whole room? And she's like, I wanted to let you know those sofas are actually designer sofas, authentic from the 70s, and they're really expensive, brand new. And I'm really disappointed that you're using them in the outdoors because I think that they should be cleaned up and refurbished and appreciated in someone's house indoors. And I was like, what? Really? Well, shit. So I've decided to adopt the sofas now because I'm like, damn, if they're designer and like worth money, I need a good size rug. I mean, I guess I can just resize whatever one I want. Maybe like one like this for the front door size. And then we could maybe do more of like a horizontal one this way and just have like 2 rugs in here. Is that weird? I kind of like doing multiple rugs sometimes because it just looks a little bit more what's the word, it's real, not real, like lived in some ways, because it's not like so perfect, it's a little flawed. So But anyway, yeah, I've decided to adopt these rugs now. Why do I not hate the stripe either? Or I've decided to adopt these sofas, but now I'm like, oh shit, like they're not terrible, but I do think they need a good shampoo. So now I'm looking into upholstery companies and seeing who actually does upholstery cleaning and sofa cleaning. I can get like covers off the cushions, but the actual sofas themselves I want to make sure are proper and cleaned. So where I live, we do a festival. The pubs do food and drinks, butchers do burgers, local people sing, stalls where people buy small businesses, and there's games and handcrafted stuff. Wait, that sounds fun. That sounds so fun. Is it like a once a year annual thing? Because some small towns in Western Canada will almost do those monthly in the summer, which I think is really cool. My mom got obsessed with antique furniture for a while. She blew like 40 grand on stuff. And then a piece had bed bugs, infected her whole place, and had to throw it all away. Oh my god, that's terrible. That's so gross. I can assure you with pretty much all of my confidence that our sofas don't have bed bugs. Oh my god, how do you even get rid of those? You have to use like a bomb, like pests. Don't you have to call an exterminator in and actually get your house like fumigated basically once a year in the summer? That's so cute though. That sounds so fun. Here, I'm gonna make this a white kind of, actually, well, okay, if it was an outdoor, let's do more of a gray, because if it's like for outdoors, like coming in the door, but I just don't want it to be. Maybe we could do like a lighter perimeter, more of a cream, and then... Ooh, let's do maybe yellow, actually. Yellow and gray is kind of a weird combo, though. I don't know if I like it. Can I just undo it? Can I just leave it how it was? I'm kidding. I don't hate the stripes and I don't hate this either. I guess I'll do the other shoe rack. You have to heat them at 140 for 70 hours straight. That's crazy. So they wrap your house up in your furniture and heat your house, but it costs a fortune to do so. So you just throw everything out and hope it's gone. Yeah, I know that there's like DIY ways to do it at home and stuff, but especially if you have pets, I think it's like kind of game over if it happens. It's not even guaranteed to work because of crevices and stuff. Yeah, fortunately, I haven't heard of bed bugs being too much of a common thing here. And I don't know if that's because our winter helps make it a little bit difficult to spread. Oh, she threw everything out and then moved out of the place to escape it. Oh my god, that's crazy. Just like dip and run. It's kind of sad though to have to sell your house for something like that. Actually, let's just make the shelves all the same. Oh, yeah, wood. Wait, which one did I pick? This one. I'd just rather them all just be wood shelves. Much easier. If we could mirror them, it would be way better. I heard it was a common occurrence on the New York subways. I think anywhere that it's pretty warm, it ends up being more of an issue. That's the one thing about winters here, even though they kind of suck because of how long they are, it does help mitigate a lot of issues. Like termites in houses eating the framing and the wood isn't really common here either. I think it gets more common if you go towards the coast where their winters are more temperate. But like, and Krish might be able to speak to this if he's in the chat better than I can. But yeah, that's one of those things that I'm just like, I don't mind. I learned that London undergrounds have their own breed of mosquitoes. That's crazy. Wait, really? Are they worse or better than other mosquitoes? Are they bigger? Are they scarier? I actually did not see a single mosquito when we were in England. But maybe because we came more in the rainy season or something. I want like a little, this looks like a good spot to like hang keys or something. Do they have a little wall hanging thing for something like that? I check. There's like these things which are cute for like hanging the pictures. I'm not gonna put that in here, but or maybe around like wardrobe stuff. Not really, hey? Okay, well, I'll throw a couple decor things, I think, in here. And then, lol, we just did the mudroom today. That's it, because I do have to go in a minute. 1 week at a time, we will get through this house. One room, 1 week at a time. I remember my one time in Canada, and Nuzia mosquitoes are the devil. Okay, Krish and I went camping over the long weekend. We had a very, very wet summer this year. Very abnormally high amounts of rain, which was kind of nice because it helped with our fire season, which has been pretty bad since 2017. But Krish and I tried to go camping over the May long weekend. It's a holiday here. And oh, this one's kind of nice actually. And we went into the backcountry on a Forest Service road. We got out of the van and tried to start a fire. We have a propane fire, so we had to start up easy, really fast. Sat down to have a drink, and literally within like, it was like hordes of mosquitoes. It was crazy. I was covered with like a toque and all of my layers because it was actually kind of cold out. And the only thing exposed was my hands, and I had like 10 on my hands within like 5 minutes. It was disgusting. We only lasted like 7 or 8 minutes, even with all the bug spray. Had to go in the van, just watched movies instead. We were like, this isn't worth it. This isn't fun. I can't wait to go. I'm visiting my boyfriend soon in the UK. It's going to be wintertime when I go. I loved it over there. It was so nice. Whereabouts in the UK? Is England or... The underground mosquitoes are genetically adapted, more human biting, and can breed without blood and stay active all year. Oh my god, that's terrifying. So they've adapted to being just in the subway. Do those mosquito candles work for you guys? I think it depends on where you buy them and how good they are. I think. Because sometimes the dollar store will sell them, and I kind of think those ones are sort of shit. I'm gonna do maybe a little wall... Maybe I'll do the wall hanging ones over here. The one thing that some friends of ours had camping was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was this little device I think it's like this little, I don't even know how to describe what this thing is. It has a little heater in it or a little propane thing that like burns some kind of citronella scent out of it, and then has a fan, and then it just like blows it outwards. And it's this little like box thing that you buy, and then you just change the citronella pods, and it's got like a 16-foot or like 2.5 to 3 meter radius. 3 meter radius, and it actually worked really good. I was surprised. The mosquito candles are hit and miss. If it's from the dollar store, I don't think they're good. If you like pay money and get the good ones from the hardware stores or the camping stores, I think those ones are better. From what I experienced out in the country in Canada, nothing will stop that swarm that would come at the sunset every night. No, it's bad here. I've legitimately wondered how, like, was it always this way and the indigenous communities just grinned and bore it? Or like, are mosquitoes worse in more current times due to other factors that I'm not aware of? I wonder about that sometimes. Maybe I'll just do one hanging plant. What was the other one that was wall mounted actually? Because there's two that hang off of the wall now. It was this one. one's hanging. Where'd it go? Is it this one? No, this one's ceiling too. Oh no, it's this one. Two differing ones. He lives in mid-England, so it's both near the countryside but also near the city. Wait, that's nice! That's awesome. That'll be such a fun trip. How long are you going for? Well, we definitely have skewed bug populations and reduced predators because of the mosquitoes. See, that's what I was wondering is, like, in a more balanced ecosystem, would mosquitoes be more controlled because there would be more bats or, like, more predators that would eat them? Every time you kill a spider, you unleash 10,000 mosquitoes? I hate that. I hate that fact. That's gross. I want a yellow pot. I want a yellow. Like pastel yellow. Because I just like... When we went on that camping trip and we were in the middle of the forest and there was so many of them, I had that thought. I was like, what are you eating out here? How are you sustained? Because clearly they're alive somehow. I think it's gonna be 3 months. Wait, oh my gosh, that'll be awesome. Aw, that's so nice. Have you gone to visit him there before? All right, tentatively, I'm gonna say I think I'm pretty happy with this, where it's at. I might want to nitpick a little bit more next time, and then like honestly, like the hallway and stuff too, I don't really care. I don't care. Maybe a hallway runner. I'm less concerned about that one. This one I might play with the wood tones and stuff at a different time. Like, I'm a perfectionist, I'm sorry. But I have to move our designer sofas to get them into the new house so they can be shampooed. I grow catnip and basil, so I don't really see any mosquitoes outside on the porch. That's the one thing that I thought was really cool is basil, and then there's another plant that does really good at kind of keeping them away. Marigolds, I think, are really good at pest repellent, and I'm not sure why. They advise us to mix them in our vegetable gardens here to help. I think it's marigolds. It's a lot like the ocean with whalefall. One dead moose feeds a colony for years. I didn't even think about that. You're right. That's so true. That's so true. And there is a lot of hunting and stuff in those backcountry areas. And I don't think the hunters will take everything. Not always, anyway. I think mosquitoes are abundant because of their breeding and life cycle, because they live like 2 weeks and lay hundreds of eggs at a time. That's what's crazy. They're literally like just a cancer on the insect world, basically. Oh, we've been long distance for like 8 years, but we're finally visiting each other this year. We were supposed to do it earlier, but it just didn't work out until more recently because of COVID. Oh yeah, I guess that would have been like a 3 to 4 year window that would have messed up traveling and everything. Hey, when are you leaving? You said it'll be winter there, right? But yeah, I loved it over there. I want to go back. The only reason why it's hard for us is because our dollar is so terrible. But he did visit for a month, I think, in July. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Especially because, yeah, you were in Florida, right? So that would have been such a change of weather. Very different seasons, I'm sure. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here because I have to move my sofas. So we will finish this build in time. I need to just do a fucking marathon weekend if it's literally gonna be like this with InZOI, and just nothing on Saturday and Sunday except streaming and finishing these dang houses. It's crazy. But no, I'm only at the 3-hour mark. Anyway, I will try to be faster for the other rooms. I have a vision. I had the vision with the mud room. I needed to see it into fruition. I think in early November. Yay! Yes, thanks for the stream. It was so fun. Thanks for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm so excited to be back more. I thought I was like, oh, maybe I'll be live this Tuesday. No, too much moving stuff. So to be honest, I can only handle remodeling in 3-hour chunks myself. I usually prefer the 3 to 4 hour stretch anyways, because it does turn into a slog the longer that it gets. But thank you so much for hanging out, guys. I'll see you next Friday. I'll be live at the same time. We will finish the other 3 rooms, ideally. I hope I don't have any moving stuff that'll require my attention after. So thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.